Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for how to get what. Use rubber bands. What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the review for How to Get Away with Murder, Season 5, Episode 3. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So, you know how we do. Opening at the wedding reception, and Bonnie is not answering Michaela. Whose blood is it, Bonnie? Bonnie is just looking at her, and then she finally tells her, relax. Okay, I cut myself shaving, and she walks out the bathroom. Then we go back 2 months. We see Bonnie, her and her boo, they leaving cute little notes on each other's computer, they like each other. We see Laurel entertaining her little black baby boy. I said, that child don't look mixed at all, okay? Connor and Oliver, stressing over the details of their wedding that's coming up. Michaela at the firm, trying her best to kiss up to Steen. Gorgeous Gabe in his apartment, okay, looking suspicious. Asher knocks at the door, and Gorgeous Gabe has to hide away whatever he's doing in the fireplace. I said, oh, fine ass Frank, I hope you're watching. And all this is going on while Annalise is giving her opening statements about a psychopath, okay? Remember the case that she had to be forced to take by the partner at the firm? Okay, well, she's giving her opening statement. Miller is arguing against her. And he's saying that the CEO killed his business partner because he was about to leave the business for a rival company. And the CEO was upset about it and killed him in a rage, okay? Strangled him with his belt. Annalise tells them that Doris Reed, which is the secretary, told the police that she saw the CEO in his office working the whole time. Miller comes back with that's mighty convenient, the secretary corroborating the story. Okay, Annalise says the CEO is a good guy. Miller says not so much. After it's all said and done, Annalise has given a great opening statement and everybody in there knows it. After they have a break, they go out and the media is waiting to talk to Annalise, okay? We thought that maybe they were going to be questioning about this case, but nope. They want to know how Annalise feels about the governor putting out this executive order effective immediately that she can't have her students help her if they haven't passed the ethics test to try these cases that she's trying to have come up, so a little problem. The governor definitely has it out for Annalise. So we see the students back at the firm while they all sitting around talking steam about sick of Michaela. She tells her, don't be leaving shit in my office. Do not try to help me. I don't need your help. I done already told you, leave me the fuck alone. Okay. But Michaela, she's one of those ones that can't stand for anybody not to like her. Annalise comes in and she tells them, hey, you guys, we got an all-nighter tonight. Okay, you guys have to study for this ethics exam. They're like, an ethics exam? Yep, ethics exam. Can't get my words out. The governor is saying that you guys can't help me unless you do. We've got to make this happen. All right, well, when do we have to do it? Tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yep, so buckle down. It's going to be a long night. Because if the clinic is gone, then that means that $64,000 is gone too. Now we jump over to Real Nice Nate. We see him talking to the nurse that was in charge of the, the nursery when the baby was kidnapped, and she's feeling pretty bad, feeling kind of guilty actually. She said that all of the nurses in the hospital wanted to adopt the baby, so when he was kidnapped and she was the one that was working that shift, she felt really bad, okay, and everybody blamed her, and she felt like they should have, okay. She didn't have her she had a good eye on the baby. Now jumping back over to the case there in the courtroom, Miller calls up Doris Reed. She wasn't supposed to be on the witness list, so Annalise and them don't want her up there, but he calls her up there, and Doris Reed, who is the secretary to the CEO, the one who said that she saw him in the office, now she is changing her story. Now she's not sure if she saw him, even though she told the police that she did. So it's like, now is she lying now, or did she lie when she talked to the police? They feel like she's not a credible witness any longer. But Miller gets her to admit that the only reason why she said that she saw him is because she was afraid that the CEO was going to kill her like he killed oh boy. So when they get a little break, the CEO is saying how Doris was probably paid off by the prosecution. There's no way that she would have flipped without doing so. Annalise was like, we have got to pin this on Doris Reed. And he says, nope, Doris wouldn't hurt a fly. What you need to do is put me on the stands. I will charm those people out of their pants. Okay, just give me 5 minutes with them. Okay, and Annalise was like, no, I don't think the jury is going to like you. Not the way you talking to me. But he wants to get up there, and instead of arguing with Annalise, he just looks over at the partner, and he was just like, well, and the partner says, we'll prep you later on today. I guess he is going to be on the stand. Okay, when Annalise and the partner is walking out, she was like, don't let him bully you, bully us into getting on that stand. We have to do what's best for the case. And the partner says, look, we need his business, okay? He a whole bunch of money in a damn firm. We cannot afford to offend him, so we just gonna have to, do what he says at this point. Annalise ain't feeling that at all, okay? Oliver walks in and she introduces him to the partner, and he was like, why am I meeting him? And she says, well, he is an IT genius, and he is going to be the one that helps me with a backup plan when this shit that you trying to do falls through the wayside. It ain't gonna work, bruh. So Oliver is back in, okay? He goes in there with the students, they're all sitting around studying. Okay, he said the reason why he's back is because he wants to, he's happy to see his boyfriend, but he kind of leans over and he looks over at Gorgeous Gabe over there. Everybody seems to be lusting after Gorgeous Gabe. It's actually hilarious. Who do you guys think that he's going to sleep with first? Now, while they're all there at the firm, that means that Gorgeous Gabe is away from his apartment. Fine-ass Frank goes into the apartment to go see what he was hiding in the chimney. Pulls the bag out, sees a wad of money, driver's license that says Mark Jackson. I said, Mark Jackson? This motherfucker like the basketball player. he looked more like a Gabriel to me than a Mark Jackson, but okay. Is that his real name, or is Gabe, we trying to figure it out. Is this fake? Is this real? Whatever. There's also a hard drive in there, and Fine-ass Frank takes that with him. And then we see Fine-ass Frank meet up with one of his, dark acquaintances that helps him, get into the other side of technology, if you will. Okay, he's in the car with him. He wants the guy to figure out what's going on this damn hard drive. Well, it seems that this hard drive is configured to allow Mark Jackson, Gorgeous Gabe, whatever his name is, to send out emails anonymously. Fine-ass Frank was like, okay, well, I need you to work it out so that I can get into this damn hard drive, okay? And the man says, say no more. Now, we see Asher, he's Asher's being Asher, working for the DA. He's still his regular same self. But Asher is actually trying to help put Miller up on game. Okay, he kind of knows the angle that Annalise might take, even though he was just an intern for a few minutes. He's worked a little closer with Annalise and with Bonnie. Okay. Next thing we know, Miller goes storming into Bonnie's office and says, so you fucked Asher? And she says, he told you? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, why didn't you tell me? And she says, well, am I supposed to tell you everybody I had sex with? He was like, when I'm his boss, when he works for me, yes. Okay. And she says, oh, were you supposed to tell me about all the paralegals you slept with? And he was like, I haven't slept with any. She goes on, tries to do the Jedi mind trick on it. What, you trying to now back out because, you got a problem with me being a slut? He said, I didn't say that. Stop putting words in my mouth. She was just like, okay, well, look, I don't like dogs. Okay, sometimes I drink too much. Okay, I like it rough sometimes. All right, how's that? I said, oh, Bonnie. Miss Winterbottom, you are definitely making this very hard for this relationship to work out, okay? He was just like, I don't expect you to be perfect, but I want you to be honest with me. She was just like, you know what? This ain't gonna work. So what I need you to do is get the hell up out of my office. And if you don't go, I will make a scene, okay? Puts old Miller out. I said, oh, bonbon. Now, jumping back over to Real Nice Nate, okay, the laboratory tech. She comes in his office. She tells him that her father gave her tickets to the Eagles game. Okay, are you game? You want to go? And hey, it's going to be a date. I'm looking at them too, and Real Nice Nate actually looks like he likes old girl. Annalise comes to the door. Can I talk to Real Nice Nate for a second? She skips on out, and he says, let me guess, this executive order is going to mess up my dad's case. Nope, actually, just the opposite. We got a date in a few weeks. Okay, so going to let your daddy know. When she's leaving out, Real Nice Nate does feel a little twinge of something. I'm not quite sure if it's guilt. He has no reason to be guilty, but he stops Annalise and she says, you know what, she seems like a nice girl. Okay, he says, are you dating? She was like, honey, no, work is my date. Okay, ain't got time to be doing nothing else than that. And speaking of work, she takes it on back to the firm and she sees Steen prepping the CEO. Long story short, the CEO is a bit of an asshole. Of course, that's usually how they are when they're powerful and very rich like that. Okay, he insults Annalise, insults Steen, makes them feel like, they some old bitter ass women who who don't have men. Do yourself a favor, get you some heels and go land yourself a man. Annalise was like, this is the motherfucker that you guys talking about putting up on the stand in front of a mostly woman jury. Yeah, that's not gonna work. The partner is trying to shut the CEO up. Okay, if you don't be quiet, I'll fire you. And the CEO was like, please, your partners would not let you fire me if you wanted to. Okay, don't let me say nothing about what happened in London. All right, that kind of got the partner back on the good foot. Okay, and we shut it down real quickly. So Steen and Annalise, once they leave from the little prep session, Annalise gets on the elevator with Steen and she says, do you know what happened in London? And Steen says, all I heard was misconduct. And she says, sexual? And she said, I don't know and I don't want to know. Trust me, the less you know around here, the better. Okay, she walks out, and then who should, catch up with her than that damn Michaela. I said, oh God, Michaela is so fucking tiring. Michaela comes storming in Steen's office and wants to know why Steen won't be her friend, why you don't like her. You like Laurel, but you don't like me. And Steen says, listen, Laurel didn't know what I went through, but you know what I sacrificed. My family, okay, my relationship, because I was about to be the HBIC around here. And then you fucked it up for me. Okay, so now I'm playing second fiddle to Annalise, who just started working here and working under this white man. Now, I don't give a damn what you say, but I ain't got no time to be sitting up here fooling with you no more, Michaela. We are way past fixing anything. Go away from me with this. She tells Michaela to leave, and when Michaela's walking out, she was like, I won't give up on us. I was like, oh, that's such a Shonda-like line. Oh! There's always some extra girly chick flick line that just be like just grinds my gears. Anyway, Connor is on the phone with Asher. Okay, he's trying to get help because Asher working at the DA's office, that probably means that he knows who's on this ethics board panel that they all got to meet with the next day. Annalise overhears him on the phone. Don't be talking to Asher. Get off the phone. How about everybody just study hard? How about that? Was I the only one that was annoyed with the fact that all of the girls that is on this damn show, that Gorgeous Gabe, Mark Jackson, whatever the fuck his name is sitting up there kind of pushing up on Laurel? Was he pushing up on Laurel? I mean, he's very charming and whatnot, so it's hard to tell if he's flirting or if he's just being himself. But I was just like, oh my God, if Laurel fucks this boy, I am going to be so upset. I mean, what is it? Does she have a puss that just snatches up all the black men? Okay, I'm not gonna be able to deal. I mean, it ain't like Laurel's this extra sex pot anyway. So I'm just like, I was so annoyed with that scene. But then I guess he could be trying to get closer to Laurel for some reason. Okay, there's a reason why he's around. So maybe we can look at it from that way. Now it's that evening and Real Nice Nate is at home. Him and his girl must have, just chilled out at the house and watched TV. She's asleep on his lap and he gets a little ding on his computer. He gets up and goes to check, and it seems that the nurse that he spoke with, she has stage 4 breast cancer. Okay, so Real Nice Nate get to thinking like, let me think. Okay, maybe I can get her to talk. Maybe she wants to rid herself of this guilt. Okay, so he's thinking. Now, Bonnie, back at the house, she's sad. Her and her man, Miller, ain't together no more. And she's drinking. Remember, she likes to drink a lot sometimes. And she gets a phone call, but she doesn't even answer it, sends it to voicemail. It's Miller, though. And he's telling her, listen, I know everybody has a past. I'm not holding that against you. I really want to talk to you. I really want to make this work. Okay, give me a call. I said, this is going to be the first time that Bonnie actually has somebody that cares about her. I really hope that Bonnie can find some happiness. Okay, please don't make Bonnie be the Melly of the show and never get any happiness until the end of the fucking last season. Please don't do that to us, you guys. Anyway, when Miller hangs up the phone, here comes Asher. Again, he's trying to help out, trying to put him up on game. He says, you know what? Annalise is going to put the CEO up on the stand. Okay? She always does exactly what you don't expect her to do. So now Miller has a bright idea. Okay? He calls Annalise to a clandestine invitation in the car, in the parking lot. You guys know that's where all of the deeds go down. Okay, she gets in the car and he says, I want to work out a deal with you. Voluntary manslaughter, 10 years. She was like, I am getting out this car. And he was like, wait a minute. Listen, I'm trying to be the DA. Okay, and it's very important that I win. I don't give a damn if it's a plea or if it's because the court said guilty, but I want it to happen. And if you agree to this deal, you know, I know everybody on the ethics board, all the judges, I can make sure that all your students pass through like this. Annalise kind of smirks to herself like, ooh, you a little bit more interesting than I thought you were. She goes back to her home and she calls Bonnie over there. Did you set your boyfriend up to come talk, give me that deal? Bonnie don't know what you talking about. Me and my man ain't together no more. We fighting. All right, what y'all fighting about? Well, Asher told him that we were, you know, once together. Annalise was like, well, why didn't you tell him that? And she was like, really, why should I? She was like, because that's your boyfriend. And Bonnie was like, oh, you were right. You know what? It was stupid. It was never going to work. And Annalise was like, oh, here you go. Now you pushing the man away. Now you already said you really like him. And now you are, you know, sabotaging your relationship. You got to remember, you are not what you used to be. You already told me you really want to be with somebody. So why are you fucking it up? I said, because that's Bonnie Winterbottom. And Bonnie Winterbottom knows nothing about being happy in a relationship, poor thing. But anyway, enough about Bonnie. Bonnie asked Annalise, are you going to take the deal? And Annalise was like, nope. Okay, my partner would be very upset. Okay, remember, I'm a corporate girl now. Back to the students. They're all at the house. They're studying. And Gorgeous Gabe, Mark Jackson, whatever the name is, you know, he gets a call from Finance Frank. Hey, you want to go get a drink? Nope. Pulling an all-nighter here, won't be back home. That's all Finance Frank needed to know. He can get that damn hard drive back into his apartment if he can get it back from old black guy. But he's got to get off of the phone because Oliver has found something. Oliver calls Annalise and tells her it seems that Bethany, which is the CEO's wife, okay, the love of his life, it seems that Bethany was having an affair with the victim. And it was a very sadomasochist type of affair. And looks like the CEO found out about it. And now we got a reason why the CEO would have killed his partner. So at the firm, Annalise and the partner are talking to the CEO, and he's like, so you found out that Bethany was having an affair with your business partner, so you killed him. And he was like, nope, I didn't kill him, Bethany did. And they're like, oh, mighty convenient to plan it on your wife. And he was like, you can ask Bethany, she would tell you. She's been wanting to confess this whole time, but I won't let her do it. Okay, she killed him because she found out that he was about to leave to go to another company, and she knew that my company was going to crumble, so she killed him. I said, well, I guess that's a reason, right? And don't even think about putting her up on the stand or anything. I will kill you both before I let her go down for this. So it seems that it was Bethany's belt that killed the partner. So when Annalise and the partner get into a room by themselves, you know, Annalise was like, you know what? Screw what the hell the CEO wants, okay? Let's still go on and put Bethany up there and let her go down for it. But, you know, the partner is just like, no, we cannot do that. We cannot do that, okay? They trying to toss around all these ideas of how they can possibly get their CEO off the hook, and nothing is really working, okay? They have nothing as far as the partner is concerned. But Annalise, remember something. We do have something, okay? We have the belt. Now, the next day, when the students have to meet up with the ethics board, you know, they're being questioned, and they are all, of course, acing their it looks like it's a verbal exam. So much so that Connor, when he sits down, he realizes that all the questions seem to be about his professor, okay, Annalise. Why are you guys doing this? Okay, Annalise and the students are all trying to help people out there fight for justice, and you guys are sitting up here wasting precious time and energy and money on something like this when we could really be out there helping those people. Okay, so he kind of tells them about themselves. You guys is being shady just because the governor has a problem with Annalise. That shit ain't right. Maybe he didn't touch the nerve on the judges. I guess time will tell. Now let's go to the courtroom, and Annalise has Miss Doris up on the stand. Since they have that belt, Annalise and the partner knows that it's a woman-sized belt. Annalise goes through this whole production, and then she finally says that she wants Doris Reed to try the belt on. Okay, Miller, of course, is like, oh no, she will not try the belt on. She is not on trial here, but Annalise wants her to try it on. Okay, well then if she tries the belt on, then the CEO must try the belt on too. Okay, ding, ding, ding. That's exactly what they wanted to happen. They knew that that belt was not going to fit the CEO. It's a woman's size. So now we got Doris up there. She puts the belt on, you know, she's all upset when she realizes that it fits. Okay, but this doesn't prove thing. Okay, now let's give it to the CEO. Well, everybody knows that this man is bigger than this woman that's up on the stand. He's not gonna fit it, but he does a whole little O.J. Simpson, very, very has a hard time putting it on. Make sure you make a big show of the fact that it doesn't fit. And then he says, in honor of our old Johnny Cochran, God rest his soul, okay, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. All right, the judge was like, shut your dumb ass up. And even after all of that, the jury still finds him guilty of first-degree murder. So the CEO is going down for what Bethany did. All right, Annalise is still trying to convince him, like, we can turn this all around if you just let us. And he's like, nope, he's not even concerned anymore. Just the fact that he knows he loves Bethany to death, and that he's been with somebody who loves him the same. That's all that matters to him. So you know what? Even if he got to die in jail, he gonna die in jail knowing that somebody out there loves him the way that he does. Okay, so he seems to be happy, I guess. Back at the firm, everybody finds out that they passed the ethics exam. Okay, woo, 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 everybody's happy. Yeah. Oliver's got a job at the firm. Even Steen and Annalise laugh over, the fact that the CEO actually was found guilty. But they do feel kind of sorry for the partner who's in his office drinking. Steen was like, he's a big boy. He gonna be all right. But you know what? That partner in there on the phone talking about how he gonna get some new clients. I said, oh, it must be really hard on old partner. But anyway, Steen is about to go dance, and you want to go, Annalise? I said, look at Steen trying to push up on Annalise. Annalise was like, nope, I'm gonna take it on home. Got a date with a bowl of pasta. Bonnie, I guess after she listened to Annalise, listened to the voicemail, she goes and gets her man. Okay, when Miller and Asher are walking back to the office, and he sees Bonnie, tells Asher to take his ass on home, and then he goes and talks to Bonnie. She says, listen, I just want you to know that I shouldn't have been the way that I was, but I'm just real complicated. Like, I'm really, really complicated. And some things that have happened in my past, I'm afraid that you won't want to be with me after that. And he says, listen, it's my fault. Okay, I should have never said what I said. I will never talk to you that way again. Okay, he's not concerned about her past. He is not going to leave her. I said, well, wait. Her past is a little bit more colorful and decorated than most of our past, but Miller's like, he's in it to win it. And I said, oh, still again, I think this is so sweet. I just really want Miss Cold Ass to just kind of, be happy. Is that naive of me? Is that too positive of me to, kind of hope that Bonnie is able to be with somebody that loves her and treats her right? Is it going to get messed up, y'all? Am I being hopeful? Probably so. Okay, we see Fine Ass Frank. He did get the hard drive back from the dude. And the guy has assured him that now he can pretty much see what Mark Jackson, Gorgeous Gabe, whatever the fuck his name is sending. We got to come up with a new name for him now that we know that he's Mark Jackson and not necessarily Gorgeous Gabe. Y'all work on that for me. We talk about it in the comments. But anyway, yeah, now Finance Frank can watch what the young lad is doing. Okay, so Finance Frank takes the hard drive back to the apartment. He sneaks it in fine, and then when he's walking back out, he sees a drunk Michaela coming up the stairs. Okay, what you doing here? Okay, oh, she was about to go to Asher's for something. He was trying to go over there and get you some ass from Asher and hope that you guys can get back together. And she was just like, yeah, sorta. Okay, she's upset because nobody likes her. You guys know Michaela. He was just like, you know what, you shouldn't be doing that to Asher. It's not fair to him. She asked him if he's mad at Laurel still, and he says yes. Do you miss her? Well, he doesn't answer her. But we already know the answer to that. Oh, Fine Ass Frank. What a fucking disappointment. And then we see Oliver. They're at the firm. Of course, they're still all celebrating that they passed the ethics exam. And we see that Gorgeous Gabe Mark Jackson gets a phone call. Okay, pulls out his phone, and it's a flip phone. Hey, Mom. He walks off to the side. Oliver's looking like a flip phone. How many people got flip phones these days? He's reminded of the conversation that he had with Fine Ass Frank about trying to get into that phone. So now he's looking, and he's thinking to himself, like, oh, is there something going on here with Fine Ass Frank and Gorgeous Gabe Mark Jackson? He's got his good eye on him. I said, oh, maybe this is going to be what gets Oliver killed, y'all. We're going to keep our fingers crossed on that one. We see Real Nice Nate, now that he has this information about the nurse having stage 4 breast cancer, he goes and tries to appeal to her that way. You know what, his wife had stage 4 breast cancer, maybe since she's not well, maybe she could just kind of clear her conscience and tell him exactly what's what. And she does. She tells him how she was aware of the person that came and kidnapped the baby. It was the same person that left the baby on the stair to begin with. You know, supposedly she had freaked out and panicked and left the baby, but now she had wanted to come back and get the baby, so she let the baby go with the woman. He says, "Is this her?" And he shows her a picture of a Bonnie 20 years ago, and she says, "Yes, that's her." Okay, so now we see Annalise brushing her teeth, and she is getting ready for the night. There's a knock at the door. It's real nice Nate, and he says, "Listen, I want to tell you something. I was going to tell you, but I wanted to wait till I had all the information. But looks like Bonnie's baby might still be alive. Bonnie's son might still be alive." Okay, then did the DNA test, and you know, he went down and talked to the hospital, and he says that he's got a picture of the person that kidnapped the baby. It looks like it's Bonalise. It looks like it's Bonnie. He shows Annalise a picture, and Annalise was like, "No, it's not Bonnie. Okay, that's Bonnie's sister." Dun, dun, dun. I said, "Bitch, don't tell me there's another Miss Cold ass out there. What you say?" And then we jump to 2 months later. At the reception, okay, everybody's having a good time. The DJ wants the grooms to come up front. Well, Connor goes up front. Somebody tell me why Connor's face is all bunched, beat up and scratched up, and you know, black eye and red blood scratches and shit. Okay, I guess we gonna find out about that soon enough. But there's no Oliver. Where is Oliver? You know, Connor's looking around like, where is Oliver? Okay, and Michaela's looking like she want to throw up. She look over at Bonnie, and Bonnie's over there like, "Oh, let me give me a drink. You know, let me look around, make sure nobody looking at me." But Michaela's looking at Bonnie. I said, "Oh, you guys." Maybe Bonnie done put an end to old Oliver. Wouldn't that be something? What y'all think? I swear I thought it was a woman in that snow, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's old Ollie. We'll see. Alright, rock stars, let me get off of here. I'm about to run into the store real fast, get back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.